When I do the cut piece, I get into a trance, and so I don't feel too frightened. We usually give something with a purpose of ours, but I want to see what they would take. Also, I realized that when somebody is cutting you, geometrically, it's a line. But our bodies is a curve, and they're trying to cut the curve with a line, which is very strange. And that's what they do in life. There was a long silence between one person coming up and the next person coming up. And I thought it's a fantastic, beautiful music, Pa, 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 cut, pa, 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 cut. Beautiful poetry, actually.
Another much talked about work was a performance piece called Cut Piece, which you did in September of 1966, I believe, and in which members of the audience are invited to come up and actually cut pieces of clothing off of you.
Yeah.
You're a very trusting person, aren't you?
No, I wasn't necessarily, but it was just, I thought it was a good idea as an artwork. So when I think of a good idea, creative idea that I think was good, then I just do it. And then in the middle of it, I was, this is a little bit too much.
This, by the way, was the first time in New York.
Just came and said, we would like to film this, what you're going to do. Okay, I didn't resist it. But now when I think about it, it was fantastic that, I didn't resist it.
Yeah. Had you done this before, this performance in 65?
I did it in Japan. But I was really into this kind of a puritanic or purist kind of feeling. And so I thought that if I'm going to do this, I should use the best jacket or best outfit that I have.
Really? So this was the best outfit?
So that was
night performance.
That was the best outfit I had at the time.
So where did this come from?
The other side of it is the fact that you don't resist. It's, like, in a way, you allow life to take over you.
Yeah.
I thought it was very interesting to do it.
Yeah, it is.
When I thought about it, I thought, oh, this is a great one to do it. And I did it in Kyoto first.
Yeah. And how was it received in Kyoto? How did people interpret it?
Well, it was very quiet and very few people came up on stage.
Yeah.
And then after New York, I did in London.
Right.
And when I said, okay, here's the pair of scissors, the minute I said that, there was like 10 or 20 guys all came up and said, and I was immediately naked. I was, oh my God. I didn't think of it as sexual. I thought of it in terms of, the thing that motivated me was about the Buddha's life. That Buddha who was the prince of the castle or something, and he just forsaken all that and just walked out. I mean, he just let everything go,
Yeah.
and then went into the mountain and meditated or something. I don't think it's a moral story or anything like that.
Yeah.
But I thought that's total giving, total, resigning. Was very interesting. The point is, you are totally resigned, which is a very interesting philosophical question of how you would go through life.
There seemed also at this moment, though, in the 60s, this was a dawning moment of women's rights, and it's now interpreted as, and it's hard not to see this, as a very bold, kind of feminist act declaration about violence against women, and your impassivity has a very particular kind of power to it.
The fact that I decided that people can take wherever they want to take, not wherever I want to give,
Yeah.
which was a very
Well, that's
important thing,
interesting.
because that is how, that is my experience as a woman in life.
Yeah, people will take what they want, but that isn't necessarily what you will give.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I thought that was, because I was a woman, so I didn't think of it like a feminist act. I thought that was the real act. That was how life was for me.